See if, okay, so we got 30 seconds here.
30 seconds until we start streaming?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I don't think that means anything to you. I think you're just gonna keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you need me to say some witty shit, let me know.
I'm just gonna point at you, which you won't be able to see. And then, yeah. That's a plan.
I mean, it sounds like a better plan than most of your streams.
Oh, man.
But that wasn't a diss, but I just feel like you just kind of go and do it. You know? Like, do you go into it with talking points?
Oh, you know, I used to a long time ago. When I had, when I had like a proper, I had like a proper show format and everything.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not saying
that seems like so much more effort than what you want to do.
Yeah. Well, no, there was a time where I had like co-hosts and I had like people that would manage all the comments and questions and
look at you.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Mr. Big Man.
What were we calling this? We're calling this building
Malifaux X Guild Ball.
Malifaux
fanfiction rating.
And painting test stream. Sure. That's what we're calling this.
With Yvonne, so you can get all of my fans that you say I have.
Yes, we can. Actually, what we need to do is actually schedule some ahead of time because that works.
Okay, cool.
And we'll do that. Sure. And we'll do this. And that looks good. Okay.
And then the feet will just fit in when I feel like she needs feet. What if I just never give her feet? Is that okay?
Yeah, just glue the bottom of the...
Just glue the dress right to the base. Don't need to deal with feet.
Yeah. I'm sure somebody's done it.
Yeah.
What? How come...
Oh. Is it not working still?
No, it's working, but I tried to watch, like, just open this up in the regular video thing, and it made me watch this other guy explain to me what streaming is.
Do you know what streaming is? Do you know?
Hey, what's up, Nelson? Who's the other
Nelson
person?
Here?
It's Yvonne. Say hi to Nelson, Yvonne.
Hello.
What's up, everybody?
I'm fighting with
Yvonne is doing something very brave. Yeah. She's trying to build the key and gong set without instructions. So we're
keyword
doing that.
Key and gong. Is that what I should search on the internet to find the...
I tried that.
Okay. I'm glad that you tried to.
I'm not opposed to you trying it though, but I can look again if you want.
I already Googled it, like normal Google, and if that doesn't have an answer, well, shit out of luck.
Do you know the name of the box set?
It says Yuko Core Box, like that's the name.
There's no like title? Like Sword in the Face or Kick You in the Mouth or anything like that?
Key and Gong.
Key and Gong. Well, let me see if I can find it.
Man, I wish it was called Kick You in the Face. What a good name.
Kick You in the Face. The box set.
If I actually don't glue anything this whole time and just kind of fiddle around, I made an effort.
Sure. It counts.
Yep.
Okay. It counts. But yeah, that is probably one of the more difficult box sets to put together.
Why did I pick it?
Because you like the geisha thing.
Because they're pretty ladies. I'm gonna base all of them after flowers and like Hanatoba, so each of them is gonna be a different flower.
Oh yeah?
I'm very excited.
That's very exciting. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can find. Meh, I'm Yvonne from Comic Quest. Wow, that's rare. Yes, sir. Okay.
What's happening?
I think Nelson was doing your "Hi, I'm Yvonne from Comic Quest" intro.
Hi, I'm Yvonne from Comic Quest, and this week I'm here to tell you about these pretty ladies.
Gluing these tiny pieces together.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try. I tried Kiangong. It's gotta be. It's gotta.
They're just not real, and you've gotta understand that. This is X-Files.
All right, let's try. So it's called Yuko Core Box.
Yeah.
Let me just type in Yuko.
That's what I did.
No results found. What?
Yep.
Hamasaki?
That's their last name.
No results found. Ah!
I looked up all of this, dude.
I know you did.
And then I found a forum page that was people ranting about how there wasn't any build instructions.
Yeah, there's... Yeah, that doesn't work. Let me see if, like, any of the 3E stuff has build instructions.
The post I saw was from, like, July.
So if I type in Colette, her 2E stuff shows up, but not the 3E stuff. So maybe they didn't do 3E build instructions.
This is a scam.
To see all the available instructions, let's try that.
I tried that, and then I scrolled through a few pages, and then I got bored.
There's a bear. There's an Alt Riva.
Man, I wish I was painting a bear. No, I don't.
Grave diggers, sure. These are all 2E models. What? Yeah, they haven't updated anything for 3E.
I'm gonna write a strongly worded letter.
Dirty. Yeah, strongly worded letter indeed. Geisha Gang. Hey, what's up, Andrew?
Hi, Andrew.
I don't think... Andrew, you're welcome to search for it. If you can find it. Be awesome.
So is your stream squad just like the Comic Quest crew?
Oh, like, most of the commenters are, yes.
Lit.
And then we have... No, there are some other folks that, like, watch. And,
hello.
but most of the CQ guys know that, like, this time of night, I'm usually painting anyway. Mm-hmm. So I'll just, like, flip the camera on.
I like that.
Yeah.
Those 2 bits fit now.
I'm painting some Nomad to see if I maybe can get in a game with Aaron tomorrow. Maybe.
Oh, that's a sword! She's holding a sword back. Get it.
Get it.
Get it.
Yep.
Glue time.
Nelson wants to know, are you committed to Malifaux now?
I think so. I mean, definitely the model, because I like them. And I'm excited to paint them. I don't know if I'm committed to the game long term. I'd like to keep playing, but I don't know if I'd seek out games on my own. You know?
Yeah. That makes sense.
But that's more of a time thing than anything else.
Right.
Like, if I had more time, 100%.
I think that works out for a lot of people, though. That they like a game, and then it's just very hard to, like, find the time to play it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I'm at. Like, yeah, I like it a lot, but I gotta find the time to commit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we only just started dating. I'm not ready. I don't even know how this glue works yet. Glue something.
It's like gooey. It's gooey and it takes a while to set. So you put it together and then you can adjust it while it's drying.
I'm so bad at staying still.
You have several well, you don't actually have to stay still as long as you figure out how to like press it together tightly, and then you can put another piece on.
Am I supposed to cut this, dude? Use a pin?
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to cut the. You have the army painter stuff, right?
I have these dudes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, it's real gooey.
Such a big opening.
And try not to spill it onto like really fine detail like faces and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my gosh darn.
I kind of got you the Kojo as like a practice.
You know, if I had started there, that'd make sense. But I've always been like a jump into hard mode kind of person, so let's get it.
Let's get it. You are playing like one of the most complicated miniature games.
I was talking to your friend guy who also plays Malifaux, who you described as the large ginger man who complains about the, and he was saying that Malifaux, this is fine, this is not like okay.
Dan Weber.
Yeah.
When was this?
This was when he was in the store the other day, and you.
Oh yeah. He should know better. He's just trying to help you along.
And then he said the names of some other games that I forgot were harder.
Like what?
You'll have to ask him.
What? I'm gonna ask him because I think he's full of shit. What's more complicated than Malifaux? I have to think about that. Do you guys have any thoughts? What's more? Deep Wars. Hey, what's up, Sean? Deep Wars is more complicated than Malifaux.
Is that another weird game?
No. Deep Wars is this underwater battle game. It has like some of the coolest miniatures you've ever seen in your life. They're like underwater fish robot things and like Cthulhu squid things.
We stand.
That's pretty complicated. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, what games are more complicated than Malifaux? But I struggle to find games that are more complicated than Malifaux. I think there are games that are harder to play than Malifaux, if that makes sense. Like, they're less forgiving.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Guild Ball is an easy game to learn, but there's definitely, like, a correct way to play it. And so, when you're playing Guild Ball with, a veteran player, you just make, like, 100 mistakes. Compared to, like, how clean a really good player is going to play. AT, what's up, man? Infinity has a ton of rules. Now, that's, in my opinion, that's different than being a complicated game. Because Infinity, you're just memorizing a bunch of shit, basically. Or you're looking it up in charts. Infinity doesn't actually give you, like, a half dozen different decisions that you have to make in, like, the space of 30 seconds. So,
but that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun, and that's what makes Malifaux more free form. Is you have all of this like free range of decision making, but yeah, Infinity just made me vomit because there's too many charts, and you have to sit there and make a list, and making a list takes like 2 hours, And I made Jose make all my lists for me because I'm like, I hate this shit. You do it, Jose.
That sounds about right, yeah.
You could do this. Because Jose does all the theory. He does all the theory.
He likes the reading.
Yeah, he does all the theory, and that's why I tried Infinity 4 different times and could never enjoy it.
I'm the opposite of Jose. I want to do as little reading as possible.
Yeah, you want to go do.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go do. You don't like the homework. I don't really like the homework for war games either. Like people...
I've been playing D&D for 12 years, but I've never known the rule. I've been DMing for like 4. Like, you ask me what specific classes spells are, I don't know. I just kind of let them do what I think is fun.
Yeah. I cannot... Like, I absolutely hate list building.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some list building in Malifaux, don't get me wrong. But it's usually... You can... The whole point of the game is you sit there in, like, 5 minutes and build your list based on what strats and schemes you have. Hey, what's up, Matt? But yeah. Like, 40K... Those 40K people will spend weeks on a list.
I can't do that, man.
Yeah.
If you walk in and you decide that this other boy is your boy for the... You know?
Yeah. But they'll...
For no reason.
Yeah, they spend weeks on a list. And, hey, spoiler alert, 40K, you just buy the most expensive shit. The newest, most expensive shit, that. And that's what works.
I don't like that idea that, like, you can win before even playing the game.
Yeah. That's... Yeah.
But also Games Workshop has some really nice models, and I know you don't like, but they're so pretty.
They are really nice. But it's like, a term...
I just want to...
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying I want to paint some. Like, there's this new Age of Sigmar set called the Gloomspite Gits, and they have a box called Gobapalooza, and they all look like they're very stoned, and I think that's fun.
Yeah, you showed me that. That is pretty cool.
Aren't they fun? I want to paint them.
These guys are talking about Fallout Wasteland Warfare.
Oh, yeah. People talk about that, and I don't want to play it.
I've never seen anyone playing it.
I think that's the one that Large Ginger Man who complains about the weather was talking about.
Yeah. Oh, he thinks it's more complicated than Malifaux?
I think so. I think that's one.
Who knows? Maybe it is. Maybe. I don't even think complicated is the right word though for Malifaux. I think the word is intricate.
Yeah,
it's intricate.
There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of roll. And there are a lot of little icons on the card that I don't call the right thing.
Mm-hmm. But it's it's the price you pay for having whatever, almost anything you can think of is a legitimate playstyle.
Mm-hmm. Which I really enjoy, especially when I want to do dumb things and you're like, well, I guess we tied when you did that dumb Yeah, we did.
Alright, later, Andrew. You gotta roll.
Bye!
I love how list building is so fluid in Malifaux. It is. When you do, like, it shouldn't take you longer than, like, a minute and a half to put together a list for Malifaux. In my opinion. You should be done well within 3 minutes of, like, okay, I'm going to take this, this, and this. And then go on and live your life. Because you really shouldn't have to labor over stuff too badly.
So I'm just about at I'm almost. I have one more piece, but then I have to do her head, and I am very afraid of trying to fit that on.
Yeah, I was...
Because there's no, like, bit for that. You just kind of hold it and hope.
Yeah, you gotta, like, press down on it and let it sit there. It's actually probably one of the safer pieces, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, provided you don't lose it on the floor or something like that. That's the worst thing ever.
That's why I have this little tin here, because I know myself. And if I didn't, it would go flying.
Yeah, I don't have that. I just been doing this for decades and I lose it on the floor.
I just pulled this off of a tin that I have for all my collectibles, and they come in little tins. Take it off. Cryptozoic, cool. Lil Bombshell, Serious Stew, what up?
Yeah, but
I did a marketing internship there, and I think that's the most marketing I ever did for them.
Oh, that's cool. Dang marketing. Okay, I think I actually have to paint this thing. Yep. So we're doing.
You're right. This nozzle does suck.
That nozzle sucks. So I used this kind of glue.
And I can't see. Discord's frozen for me. Okay.
Well, it has a tiny little like needle applicator.
Oh yeah.
And
what brand is that?
Model Master. I think Testers also makes this as well.
I know Citadel has it, but we hate them.
Do they have a like with the metal applicator? Mm-hmm. That's worth buying then. If it.
I know. I was just saying it to appease you. I don't. I mean, I kind of do. Yeah. You're mean to us, but you know.
Sean wants to know what you're building.
I am building the geisha gang. This is Chio. I'm holding on her arm that's jerking right now. But yeah, this is the geisha box, geisha gang.
Cool. Finish painting some Zoraida and Brewmaster. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta finish a game against your Zoraida, because that's horrifying. But yes.
So the box says on it, find instructions at weirdgames.net. That's a lie. False advertising.
Yeah. There's no section for write strongly worded letter to something at Weird Games.
Where's their address? It's on the bottom of the box. Let's go. It isn't? They normally are.
They're like out. They're located in the like Atlanta, Georgia area, I believe.
Ah, that's only like one stamp.
Yeah.
Easy. Angry letter, here we come.
Oh man. So yeah, that crew. Have you talked to Chris about that crew?
Me?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to anyone about that crew, except sometimes I yell, Geisha Gang! And then that's the extent. I think you really overestimate how much thought I put into things.
My camera is inverted? I don't know. They're telling me my camera is inverted. I don't even know what that means. As long as you can see this little man's on here, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
I'm sorry if they have to watch what I'm doing.
Well, no, that was like the whole point of the test.
Oh, yeah.
That was the whole point.
I'm so afraid to put that head on. Because I got this shitty nozzle, and then, like, the way that it fits together is it just kind of sits, just kind of rests on top.
Yeah.
And I don't trust it.
You could trim the bottom of the neck down.
I don't think I trust that either. I'll put her feet on, then stare at this some more.
Oh man. So, yeah. So what you want to do with that crew essentially, is with your leader, you want to like find a little sweet spot where you're parked within 6 inches of the enemy crew, and then just kind of hang out.
Love that.
Just hang out and then just make their life hell, basically.
I really appreciate her and her whole thing to just ruin their lives.
You're like, oh, you're gonna activate? Okay, let's look at your cards. Let's look at your cards. Okay, let's take all your cards away. How about that? There, all your cards are gone.
This seems like the kind of team that when I play, I would just constantly be doing the evil laugh that I do, like the excited and awful giggle, you know? I'm probably copying too, knowing me.
And then you have to like collect all these pass tokens.
And then I have to figure out what pass tokens do.
Yeah. Well, for that crew, all you really need to know is they spend pass tokens to give themselves pluses on their duels.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you just, whatever you don't use, guess what? That applies to your turn the next turn. So you're generally going first. You've already messed with the opponent's hand.
Yeah, you have.
And then you just troll as hard as possible.
Yeah, like just looking at this card without opening, because I don't want to open, because I'll lose it. All actions against her suffer a negative to their duel. Leverage. Oh my, just anyone between 6 pulse guards a card's control hand. Then you draw a card. This is delightful. She just like wrecks your day.
Yeah. She didn't ever actually kill anything.
I don't want to kill things. Killing things makes me sad.
Ow. Oh, I see. You're saying it's showing me as a left-handed painter. Sure. I got skills. I'm ambidextrous.
Are you ambidextrous?
No.
I'm so not ambidextrous. My left hand is useless.
Although, I can only do one-handed cuts with my left hand.
Sometimes, and by sometimes I mean today, the first time I've had to do a model like this, I'm like, I wish I was left-handed, because this specific cut requires me to hold my hand in this specific way. Be left-handed. Okay, I'm gonna glue on her foot now.
The evil side hand laugh. What?
Is this about how people with left hands, who are left-handed, are evil? Because that's a thing people say.
That's a thing. This guy is so happy.
Who's so happy?
This dude. Nomad.
What's his name?
His name is Nomad. And he was modeled after the community manager, so it's actually supposed to be a real person. Because that's like a thing. People put themselves in miniature games now all the time. It's kind of a goal if you want to be in a miniatures game.
Yeah? Do you want to be in a miniatures game?
I do, actually. I thought I was going to...
read this strongly worded letter.
Oh, to Weird?
Yeah.
They're going to put me in their game?
Yeah.
I could see it. I was actually working with a guy who makes his own miniatures game as his studio painter for a while. And we were joking about putting me in the game. And then it never happened.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
One day you'll live your dream.
One day.
If you write enough strongly worded letters, they'll have
yeah, Matt, this is Nomad for Guild Ball. He plays for the engineers. Because I know Aaron is up painting. Well, he's not off work yet, but he's supposed to be painting. What's it called? Gaffer.
Oh yeah, he's still definitely poor Aaron.
Poor Aaron.
Although I think he's texting. No, that was... Never mind.
I vote Octave as the new Arcanist Master. Yes! That needs to be a thing.
Everyone, letter rating.
I'm not sure what my actual mechanic would be. I think
brainstorm.
I think I would have it would be called hype.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hype up shit to make it cooler than you think it is.
It's true. You're very good at hype.
Yeah, that would be my mechanic.
I think it would be a lot of like bard type mechanics where you're like convincing everyone else that it's too scary to attack your dudes. So like it's like a terrified mechanic that you can add to all your dudes.
Oh, that would be cool.
Mm-hmm. Where you're like, guys, I heard he has 7 R's and one of them is just a flamethrower. And then because of that, they're like, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Don't mess with that guy.
That would be pretty easy to design, too. You could bake,
right?
Yeah, you could bake that into this game pretty easily.
Have you seen the models that Aaron did for like a Guild Ball team? The barber?
Yes, they were awesome.
That's so cool. I want those.
They were awesome.
Guild Ball. Get on it.
All the hype. Yeah. You just gain hype tokens.
And for every hype token, it's harder to attack your dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it would just be the amount of hype that you have, you add that to your duel total.
Mhm. Ooh. That's cool.
So you'd be like, "Oh yeah, my guy's stat 4, but he has 3 hype tokens on him, so he's stat 7."
That's really cool. You should do that.
We should do that. It should be a thing.
She now has 2 feet.
This is Chio.
Mm-hmm. And I am afraid to put on her head.
It's okay, just rock her without a head.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah. A mechanic where you have to spend soul stone to attack you because you're always making us spend soul stones in real life. That's kind of dark commentary if you think about it.
Yeah, are you guys okay?
Yeah. Are you saying that I help people make poor life choices?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I was not into miniatures before this, and look at me now.
Real story. So one of the guys, like, back in the day that I got into Malifaux, he found out I was going to Gen Con, and he was unemployed at the time and just kind of like living day to day. And so he flew to Gen Con to hang out with us down there, and it was like the last of his savings or whatever. And
that's a bad decision.
I know that's not my fault, but anyway, like he came
that's
down.
What the kids call bad decision.
Yeah, he flew down to Gen Con. He hung out with me and my wife the whole weekend, and we were gonna do speed dating. Like, me and my wife wanted to do speed dating. Like, oh, we've never done speed dating, but
That'd be so fun, yeah.
We were already married, but
yeah.
we're like, okay, let's just like we'll just be single for speed dating, because she really wanted to do speed dating, and I told her, I'm like, no, like, I told her, like, straight up, I'm like, look, I could do this because it's like 90% dudes, but you're actually gonna hurt feelings. Like, it's not gonna be okay if you do that.
Especially at Gen Con. Like, I don't want to...
Especially at Gen Con. So anyways...
I don't want to ginger it, but Gen Con.
Gen Con. This dude went to Gen Con with us, spent, like, all of his savings, and then he found this jacket that was the weirdest jacket I've ever seen. It was like a Steven Seagal jacket, if you know what Steven Seagal jackets look like.
I don't know who Steven Seagal.
Oh dear. Okay, we'll cover that. That'll be another. Anyway, and it was like a $400 jacket. Yeah. And he bought and I was like, oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. And then he bought the jacket. And he almost didn't have enough money to make it home.
Dude.
And then he made it home. He did actually end up making it home. And then he dated one of my friend's hairdressers, and I don't know, it was a mess.
This poor dude.
Yeah, it was a series of bad decisions. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But yes.
I don't think that's your fault, though. I think that's gotta be his fault.
Yeah, well, right. And he was like an impulsive person. And he just...
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, whatever Octave is doing is really cool. I'm just gonna throw the rest of my life at it. And he just sort of...
he's got some other issues.
Oh, for sure. He was going by a fake name.
What?
Yeah.
He had to hide from people, or he just decided
he just like full on had a bogus name.
Why?
I don't know. Hey, what's up, Demon Jester J? What's going on? Yeah, Matt, you're talking about money as in soul stones. Okay. Like, I actually spent a real soul stone today, but it was worth it.
You know, I'm just gonna go for it. And if her head melt, then, you know, that's an angsty backstory.
If you can get, like, a tiny drop on, like, the neck and shoulder, then
that's what I'm going for.
Okay. You know what you're doing. What am I saying? You know what you're doing.
I'm trying to know what I don't, but fake it till you make.
That would be pretty cool if the Malifaux Octave had like a move called Buy This, and you just have to discard soul stones. This is good, you should buy it. Actually, you're super good at that too.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I just get excited.
No, that's not true.
But it works.
I've seen you work. I've seen you do that. It's super cool, you should buy it.
And then afterwards, I'm like, I don't know what that is.
I just sold this guy this thing, and I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm. That's common. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of it, but pretty fun.
No, that's a skill, though.
Yeah.
It's a skill. Not everybody can do that. It's actually, geez, you have the hype. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my gosh, you're on my crew.
Can I be your henchman?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I did Geo.
All right.
Look, she even has a head.
Geo.
Her head's not in the right spot, but it's on there.
It looks like it's on the right spot.
I mean, it's close enough. You know?
You can adjust too while it's drying.
No, we're too far gone. I've decided. Okay. I did my best.
You don't want to risk it?
I don't want to risk it.
Fair enough.
I already moved it a little bit, and then I was like, you know, we did it. We're done.
Yeah. Okay.
And she's got this kind of eerie head, so I kind of like...
She has an eerie head tilt?
Yeah, like, her head's kind of off to the side, but it just looks like she's more murdered. So, you know, like if you saw a ghost and it looked like a normal person, be like, okay, ghost. But if their head was a little bit to the side, I'm sorry? Uncanny Valley, just a little bit off.
Like, when dogs are confused and their head tilts?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like that?
No. It's just a little bit to the side.
Oh, okay.
So creepy. Creepy little girl, which is what I was. And if anyone asks, it's intention.
Yes.
And that's how I look.
Creepy little girl is fairly common in Malifaux. Yep. There's a lot of that.
Okay, who should I make next? Yuko.
You could make Yuko. Wow, yeah, you could do that. I was gonna suggest do Bill because he's easier.
Well, okay, so everyone on the internet says Bill is... But how many pieces Bill has?
Oh, he does have a lot of pieces. Okay, never mind.
You're one of the geishas.
Yes.
Geishas have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 body.
What? Oof. You know what sucked is I built the Ronin, like the 2E Ronin for Andrew the other day. Mm-hmm. And like this pose is awful. This pose was so hard to build. And it's not even correct.
What you were talking about?
Because she's supposed to be facing this way, but I couldn't get her head to turn and then look through the little crook in her elbow so she could see out. And it was really upsetting. But whatever. We do alright.
Okay, I think we're going to try Geisha A.
Good luck.
Thank you. And Chio's head is on. Yay!
That's a good job. Look at this guy. This guy would actually make a pretty good Malifaux miniature.
Pretty good.
He could be like a Union steam fitter or something like that.
Ooh. That'd be cool.
I was reading more of the fluff stuff today, actually.
The other today.
I'm not going to explain today, but I do feel like I bent time today. So there was another today.
Congratulations.
Yeah. It was rough, but like I said, I had to spend a soul stone, but I felt like I actually bent time a little bit, not like a lot.
Just like the unnoticeable amount, which is really what you want as a time.
Right.
Because if the universe notices, then you've done your job wrong.
Or you actually alter something in a horrible way.
I like that there's just a single leg I get to cut out of here. Just like a leg.
Just one. Sometimes those legs just they just peek out and then you're not sure if you can even get in with a brush and paint them.
I've decided that I'm just gonna I'm always prime with white. So this one I think I'm gonna prime with black just because there are definitely gonna be parts that I beach.
Mm-hmm. What's everybody else working on tonight? What are you guys working on? We shall see. I think Bill is like the only guy that can really fight in that crew. The geisha are there mainly to distract people.
Good. Everyone needs a trophy boy, and that's what they've got.
That's Bill?
He's their trophy boy.
He's...
I don't know the lore, so I'm not going to pretend he's a trophy husband, but,
Well, I think
same
they named
energy.
him Bill after Kill Bill.
After who?
Kill Bill.
Oh, like the movie?
Yeah.
I've seen half of that one, so, I know
Half of the
more
first one
than...
or the second one?
Oh, God, there's a second one?
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
I don't watch movies. It's not that I don't like movies. It's just like sitting still for that long. Can't do it.
It's an issue?
I have a lot of ADHD. It's like a lot of it.
Well,
So
then...
it's more the sitting still than it.
Well, you built a model. That's pretty impressive.
The thing with this, though, is if I'm like doing something, do it. But if you want me to like sit still and be silent, oh boy. Although I can read for hours. But
yeah, you just gotta keep your...
Gotta keep my brain going.
Brain occupied. That makes sense. Sean is finishing the Blue Ranger. Sounds good. Have you tried the Power Ranger game yet, Sean? So this guy is not going to match his team because I did not paint the team with contrast paints, but I painted him with them. So there.
He's a special boy.
He is a special boy.
He's Octave's special boy.
Do you guys kit bash the figures with green stuff or different bits? I do sometimes. If I don't like a sculpt, I will kit bash.
With my D&D stuff, I often can't find characters that fit right. So, like, I like to play all the monsters, like the cats and the kenkus and the stuff. So, like, I'll definitely cut off weapons and sculpt in a book or whatever if I have to, but I don't go too hard.
I do love kenku.
I love kenku.
They're very cool. They make me happy.
They're so good. They're good.
Kenku make me happy. They're
In
good.
the words of Aaron, the things that I like are ladies with big guns and things that can be classified as good boys. So, yeah. It's a read, but it's true.
And kenkus are good boys?
They're good boys.
They are.
I also love, what are they called? Naga? The snake people?
Snake people? The snack.
Yes. Snack. We talk about this.
Yes. Although my snack in Gilball has not been acting right.
I'm so sorry.
I think he knows that I'm playing the other snacks in Malifaux and is not happy about it.
It's like you're cheating on me with other snack.
With other snack.
You whore. And then fight start.
I'm a whore for games. It's true.
How dare you?
How dare I? I actually have to go find a real paint.
No.
This is like 50% of my stream usually is me looking for a paint.
You're telling me about that. It sounds about right.
You can just kind of hear this because I have all the paints in this like drawer thing and they're not organized.
That's okay. You're trying.
I'm trying.
And that's all anyone can ask.
Oh, crud. Where? Kappas are good boys. Yes, they are. For D&D...
Which ones are that?
Kappa? They're like evil turtle things.
Oh, yeah. I don't know the names. If you haven't noticed from all the Malifaux games that I have played, I refuse to learn the real names for anything.
You just call them Fire Zuko.
Yeah, like Zuko, Firewhite, stuff like that.
Fire Zuko, Crab Boy.
Which I am mad at myself for because Zuko is already a fire. Come on.
It's a little redundant, but it's okay. Hey, what's up, Jose?
Hey, Jose.
But I think I would not be shocked if we start hearing like other people refer to him as Fire Zuko online.
I hope.
Fire Zuko. All right, we'll ask Jose. Jose, can you think of a more intricate miniatures game than Malifaux? We'll ask Jose, the theorist. The guy who likes infinity. Well, he's not the only guy that likes infinity.
One of the guys.
You give them a cucumber, they are your friends. Is that true? If you give a kappa a cucumber, it's your friend? Did not know that.
I think that's how it works with turtles. At the very least. I am heartbroken by the fact that I know I will not be able to paint their toenails.
Their toenails?
Yeah, because I want to give them colorful toenails, but I won't be able to because they're so small.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. Yeah, see, Jose says no. So Dan Weber is lying.
You send them a message right now. Say, you lying fool.
Here, I'll do it. I'll start an argument with him right now. Let's do it.
I love Star.
Aw, man. Now I looked at my phone. Stop. He's awake.
It's getting late.
Yeah.
Probably sleep in like an hour.
You're gonna call it?
Not
Malifaux
now,
is the most intricate minigame I've played. Okay. What games do you think are more intricate than Malifaux?
Like he listed some.
Yeah. Let's see. He's awake.
I remember him saying one that I was like familiar with. He was so sure about.
What? Let's see what he comes back with. I cannot. Eldorado comes close. Eldorado. I don't know. Eldorado is still like one of the best fantasy skirmish games I think that ever existed. Like that game was super good.
It was past tense?
Yeah, it was.
What happened to it?
It died. They discontinued the game.
Oh, that's sad.
Those bastards.
Those bastards.
Yeah, they did. They swore, the owner of the game swore to our faces that they would not be discontinuing the game.
Filthy liar.
Filthy liar.
Right, strongly worded.
Yeah, the only games that come to mind for me are Deep Wars, maybe Free Blades. Good night, Demon Jester J. Definitely not Gaslands. Yeah, maybe Free Blades. But Free Blades is just upsetting on general principle. Nobody needs a D30. That's just obnoxious. You have to
oh my god, that's like the one game that you need a D30 for?
Yeah.
We sold them for ages.
You have to go get a D30 to play that game. And a D14.
D14?
Yeah.
What does that even look like?
Yeah. It was not okay. And the Free Blades rulebook, like the first 5 pages is the designer telling us how much he loves the fans. I love you guys, never do anything wrong. I love you, man. You're so great. And then
thanks, dude.
And then he wants you to go out and buy a bunch of weird dice. That said, their minis are really good value.
Too, bro. Love you too.
It was a pretty big I love you, man. Okay. Okay, Dan. Yes, minis. That's what I meant. I'm just telling him to come watch the feed, but whatever. He can make his own choices. What? D14. Never tried Deep Wars or Free Play. Jose, I thought you played Deep Wars with me. Who did I play Deep Wars with?
Your conch.
Maybe.
Do you ever have dreams that you think are real life, and then you like go to talk to the person who was in your dream about it, and that never happened? Is that just me? I do that all the time.
No.
Except in very boring dreams where it's like me and my friend have a conversation about it, and I'm like, remember that conversation we had about a podcast? And she's like, I've never seen this podcast. What are you talking about?
No. I have people that I only see when I'm drunk. And then I have to ask my friends if those are real people. And like, why are we best friends?
Only when we're drunk.
Yeah, there's at least like 3 people that I'm like super, super tight with. But they only show up when I'm drunk. And I don't know if they're real. Well, no, it was confirmed like last year that they're real.
That they're real.
Yeah.
They just melt out of the shadow only for drunk Octave.
They seem to know where and there's one guy that if I describe him to you, you won't believe this is a real person.
Describe him to me, and let's see.
Okay, so he's a Filipino dude named Richie. Okay, and Richie.
Delightful already.
And Richie he's a goofy looking kid when it comes down to it. Love you, Richie, but you're not around because I'm not drunk. He's this like goofy looking kid. He has these like big thick like white rimmed glasses that he wears and like a bowl cut. And then he wears like he'll wear like a pink blazer. He's just an odd dude.
Fashion.
Yeah, he's kind of a victim, right?
Love it. We stan.
And this dude does not game, and he doesn't game, he doesn't cosplay, he doesn't do any of the things that are the reasons why I might be at a convention, okay? Mm-hmm. But he shows up every time I'm drunk, and it does not matter at what type of convention. I could be at Anime Expo. I could be at a steampunk convention. I could be at a gaming convention. Richie has his own YouTube channel? Shit. I did not know that.
Maybe that's why you know Richie.
But I don't even know. I can't even tell you where we first met or how we're friends or why we're friends. But we're like best friends when I'm drunk and he shows up. Yeah, Jose has seen Richie, so Jose knows that that's a real person.
Thank you, Jose.
But yeah, so it's always like 2 a.m. or something, and he, like the last time he came and hung out with me, It was like 2 a.m. at a Kingdom Con, and he just rolled in, and he always has like a helper. Like he has like one girl helper, and she's just like also super goofy and just laughing at everything he says. But
nice.
But it's like her job to like make sure we're okay. Which is
oh my god,
really weird.
You gotta find Ricky.
Yeah.
Be friends with him in real life. I want to hang out with Ricky.
I don't know. He does some really strange performance art that I don't think you want to get into.
I mean, Drunk Me does too.
Ew, I don't know. Anyway, I was their best. No, well, there were 3 different ones. I don't know, and I think maybe he has 3 best friends that all kind of do that. They're like handlers, right? Sometimes I have handlers when I'm trying.
I know Damien has told me stories about being your handler.
Yeah, sometimes I need a handler because I put out the aura when I'm drunk. Like everybody is my best friend. And
dude, I'm like the exact same. I've been drunk probably 2 or 3 times, and every time it's been like, "This is your assigned handler," and then I wander off into the ocean every time.
Yeah. It's true. I need handlers because I will wander off and then just make friends with people. Friends.
And like, this is my new friend. We just got married.
Yeah. And I'll just disappear and I'll come back and I'll have like new best friends, and no one will know who they are. And I don't think they're like forced to interact with anything. Sounds like a secret millionaire pimp. Because you give away all the alcohol you promised to save for me during Kingdom Con. Man, Jose, why you always gotta be like that with the guilt, man? Come on. I gave away 1 bottle, dude. It's okay. Okay, I give away like a lot of bottles. But yeah. He's a promoter for raves and clubs. What the hell is he doing at these conventions?
Yes. Kill it, Ricky.
What the... And does vids that are semi-NSFW. Yes. Okay, so Jose has done all the homework. And he can actually bring reality to this story.
Thank you, Jose, for being the only voice of him.
Yeah. Well, Jose has had to mind me several times when I've been
He's been your handler?
Yes. And still angry that I gave away the sake that I promised. Okay, yeah, because there's like 1 year where I was running out of sake. And I texted Jose, bring me 2 more bottles of sake. And so he drove down to San Diego, brought me the sake, and then he like fucked off and did something. I don't remember. What were you doing? You did something, and I was with a bunch of random people because I do that. And then you came back and all the sake was gone. Like when you wandered into Taco Bell looking for a toilet but teleported to the In-N-Out. Yes, that is true. Yeah, they left me...
You have a lot of very good stories.
They left me at one place and I appeared at another place.
Yeah.
They legitimately thought they lost me.
He's gone. Guess he's dead.
And I showed up like a couple of spots away with like a new pack of best friends. And I was gonna like start my own cult or something.
Fuck yes.
I don't know.
I want to start a cult. I think about this a lot.
Jose is the super sleuth. Yeah. Like the 1 year that Mark was telling me that I had the pirates as my best friends, it was just pirates. And there was no logical explanation for them being there. Mm-hmm. And they became my best friends.
Congratulations on all your best friends.
Yeah. Well, it backfires too. Like, it can backfire spectacularly. I sometimes I tell people things that are like know me when I'm sober, when I'm drunk, and I'll tell them things that are like really heartwarming and wonderful, and they're super happy, and then they come to talk to me about it the next day, and I don't remember saying any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of awful.
I always feel so bad because drunk me is kind of the same, where it's like I am determined to make sure everyone in the world knows that they are worthy and loved and should be my friend. Right now, you're my friend. And they're like, we had such a beautiful moment, and then we kissed under the starlight, and I'm like, who? What happened? I'm sorry.
No, I've had conversations with people that, like, they try to interact with me the next day, and it doesn't. It's just bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wish you were drunk you all the time.
No, it was bad. Like, I've told you about the steampunk convention stories, which are the worst. Like, that shouldn't be. It's just not
I don't know anything about steampunk.
Yeah. Well, we talk about this all the time, but there's a lot of thirsty people at steampunk conventions.
Okay.
There's a lot of thirsty boys, and apparently a lot of thirsty girls at the steampunk conventions. Yeah. They get real thirsty. And so, hey, what's up, Dicey? Hey, happy birthday, dude. Anyway.
Someone's birthday?
Yeah, it's Dicey's 40th birthday.
Should we sing? We probably shouldn't sing. That wouldn't be a gift. Happy birthday!
So anyways, yeah, a lot of thirsty people at these cons, right? And so when I drink, they become my best friend, and then I lose time, and then the next day, like the next day it's like something borderline inappropriate happened, and I'm like, I don't even know, and then it's bad. So anyways, so Jose's saying, sit in the back of my Land Rover completely still, out an hour-long drive with his arms bent at 90 degrees, holding onto a burrito in one and large drink in the other. Oh, yeah, that's when I passed out sitting up. And I had a burrito.
That. No, I dropped her leg.
Oh, no.
I gotta go on an adventure.
Oh, no.
I gotta not unplug, but I gotta get out of the earbuds. Hold on.
All right, no worries. But you guys have heard all this stuff before, so you know. What's up, man? I'm painting some Guild Ball. Yvonne is looking for a leg that she found. Wow, that was quick.
I found her.
That is like super stressful when you lose a leg or like a really tiny piece.
Yeah. Especially because these bits are the exact same color as my floor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have dark gray wood floors, and yeah. I was like, this is never going to be seen again.
You can hear, like, the plastic bounce, and you're like, oh, shit.
This is the end.
That's the worst. Not as thirsty as anime community. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I mean, considering how much I get hit on at Anime Expo every year. Although I've never been to a game convention or a steampunk convention, so...
The game conventions are usually pretty safe.
Okay.
They're usually pretty safe. I've only had a couple of instances at gaming conventions. But the steampunk conventions, there's a lot of thirst.
I've also never done, like, the con party scene, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's also...
Because I've only been 21 for a few months, so, like...
She is becoming a master hobbyist. This is true. She's building... Check it out. She's building a Yuko crew without the instructions.
Because they don't have instructions.
Because they don't have instructions. Strongly worded letter. Okay, so the chat is now talking about the thirsty cruise, like thirsty convention Ren Fair scenes.
God, I've been on rants about all the thirsty people I've had to deal with at every single nerd thing I've ever done.
Yeah, well, you've got the curse though
of being a girl.
Yes,
dun, dun, dun.
It's true. You're the girl in the thirstiest of the thirst.
I know.
Dicey, you never been to a con? Gotta go to con, dude.
Gotta go to a con.
Gotta go to con. Just come fly over to the U.S.
This is how the other person got in trouble.
Just come fly over.
Just come fly over.
No, Dicey's got a good job. He's doing well. You gotta have a babysitter.
As opposed to that other poor person.
To the other poor person whose life I probably ruined.
How dare you?
He's saying that you have surpassed him, Yvonne, as a hobbyist.
Really?
Yeah. I wasn't going to say that, Dicey. I was just going to say that she surpassed Jose.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree about
a month.
But her leg is on now, so I can put on the rest of her dress. Yeah. Putting this together is weird because it's 4 panels to the dress, and then the legs have to fit in, just like in between when they feel like.
Yeah. That sounds about right. That's what the freak out is about those.
Although it's actually kind of fun. Like I like the puzzle of it. I'm kind of happy that I didn't find the instructions anywhere. Because then I wouldn't have all this fun.
You wouldn't have the bragging rights.
Yeah, I am a big fan of Pride, but I don't know. I like puzzles.
Dicey was impressed that I built the Warcry stuff without instructions.
Oh, yeah. You were telling me about that, which is hilarious.
But the Warcry stuff is much easier than Malifaux stuff to build. So if you could build Malifaux stuff without instructions, you can definitely build Warcry stuff without instructions.
Oh, shit. It's got a nub, and there's already glue on it. No! The nubs are in the way.
Your kid surpassed me as hobbyist Octave. It's not that hard. Oh, Jose.
Let me have this compliment. Let me have it.
Yeah, let her enjoy the compliment. Uh-oh, I didn't do that right. Oops, just kidding. Yeah, let's do this right.
There we go. We did it.
What?
So, I put some glue on. I fit it together and I was like, cool, that fits. Put the glue on. And then I didn't realize that there was a nub that was in the way. So I put on the glue and then I had to fix it.
Then you had
Take
to
out the nub.
Quickly
unglue. All the
glue?
Yeah. Not quickly unglue because I had just fit it on, but before everything got all melty.
It was a nice save. We were there. We saw it.
Thank you.
For the acknowledgement.
I still am going to have to fill that in with stick putty, but I'm going to do that anyway.
But the kits are pretty tough to build.
Mm-hmm.
There was a channel that fell into my feed like a week ago. And it's another, female hobbyist. And she builds Malifaux miniatures. And,
oh my god!
And when I found her, she had 12 subscribers. So
yeah.
I did a little experiment, and I was like, let's share this twice. So I shared it twice. Dan Weber never answered my question because he's afraid of the truth. You're afraid of the truth. Anyway, what is she at now? Whoops. But I was betting that she could break 124 hours, and it took just a little bit longer than that.
What was your time frame?
24 hours.
Oh, wow.
She's at 136, but that's because she hasn't been uploading that much. But yeah. And that's only 2 shares. I was like, I'm just going to do 2 shares. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Perdita Crew is getting streamed build up without instructions. I'll blame... Oh, yeah.
What's
I'll
happening?
watch you stream that. So Dicey is going to accept your challenge and he'll build a crew without instructions. What a guy. What a guy.
Do it. Live your truth. Kill it. I'm proud of you.
Sean does it with instructions. He is not crazy, he says.
There weren't instructions for this. I didn't make that choice.
Yeah, she didn't have a choice. She actually had to.
But I probably would have gotten them and then...
Honestly, I've looked at those instructions and I'm like, they don't help me enough. So I just stopped looking at them. I'm 40, so I need to live on the edge now. That's funny. That is good stuff, sir. Look at him go. This guy looks really happy with his little spanner.
What are you talking about?
Mr. Nomad here.
Oh, yes. Discord is still frozen for me, so I can't see anything.
Is
it? Yeah.
Wow. Do you think that's on your side or my side?
Oh, I think it's probably my side because my feed is also frozen, but I assume you're still seeing things.
Yeah, you're still coming through fine.
So I'm like, I don't really care. It's fine.
You need that to feel alive. Wow. Okay. Okay. So there's that. But yeah, she just does videos of her building the models.
No painting?
No painting. And I asked her about that. I'm like, are you going to paint any of this stuff? And she's like, yeah, probably.
Eventually, when I feel like it. Mm-hmm. And honestly, that's the power.
Yeah.
Should I have a channel where I just build Malifaux?
You should build Malifaux and paint it.
And paint it?
Yes. And you should talk about the models without any prior knowledge of the fluff. Just so that you can call them whatever you want.
Bold of you to assume that I will ever read the fluff.
No, I know you will. You will. Probably.
Will I though?
No, you'll probably just not. Let me tell you about it.
Keep on calling this Yoko Ono, and that's okay.
Yeah. But people will still explain it to you, so you'll learn it whether you want to or not.
Oh, you underestimate my power zone. I have worked at Comic Quest for 3 years.
How dare you try to learn me?
Like, if I paid attention to everything, I would know everything about everyone's D&D campaign.
Oh, that's horrifying.
They just go. And I'm like, I don't mind. You can talk to me. I'm just not going to listen or remember.
I do wonder about, like, how many words a day are thrown at you that you completely filter out?
I normally half listen, and if it's actually interesting, I'll store it away. So, I don't know. I don't think I, like, actually completely don't. Unless you're talking to me and I start, like, playing on my phone, that's just me signaling that I don't want to talk. That
you're not interested.
Exactly.
Sure.
But if I don't do that actively, then I'm listening, mostly.
Okay. And you engage to, like, a point where...
Yeah.
Like, you'll bounce something back to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they feel interacted with. And
Exactly.
then,
That's where I go. And most of the time they just want to talk. And that's okay. I am happy to sit there.
yeah. So that would be one of your abilities.
Yeah?
Yeah. It would be
So
called...
like that guy who talks a lot and is annoying, I would be immune to it.
Yeah, no, you would be... Your ability would be called caught monologuing. And you... Yeah, and it's basically a willpower check, and then the model just ends their activation.
Good.
Because they were done talking about their D&D campaign. That's your... That's your ability. You're like, end this model's activation.
I like that a lot.
I've seen that happen like a lot.
What, where people are monologuing at me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Yes. And you invite it.
Yeah, definitely. Again, because they like it. I'm like, yeah, I'll stand here and make you feel good for a few minutes.
Oh, Dicey wants... Oh, we're doing a podcast. I don't know.
Is this a podcast?
This is technically not a podcast.
This is basically a podcast, though.
It's basically a podcast.
Like, we're not talking about what we're doing, except for me complaining that I dropped legs, which is delightful. Good commentary.
It kind of counts. You can even listen to it while ignoring others. Huh. I'm not really sure how to read that, but yes, I will agree.
When in doubt, just, yep, you're right.
I agree.
No, the worst is when people monologue me about things that I, like, vehemently disagree with as a person. And I'm like, eh.
Oh.
Eh.
I get that. We can't all be Mark. Mark has an instant shutdown ability.
Of people talking?
Yeah, he makes sure nobody gets to interact with him unless he wants it.
That's powerful, though.
That's pretty powerful.
Who would kill for that.
And Mark hates like most people, so
yeah.
So it works really well for him.
Yeah, he is very good at that. I can never tell if he hates me or enjoys me, and I'm like, fine.
No, Mark enjoys you.
Why is it so thin with you? That's good to hear. Is it just because I like Red Hood as much as he does?
That's part of it. But you were like secretly inducted into our like we get boba for you club.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's very difficult to get into.
I am honored. Thank you so much. It makes my day better every single time.
Yeah, it's become like a time-honored tradition.
Mm-hmm. And you figured out that strawberries are my favorite thing in the world.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was... it started off as an accident, and then it became a real thing.
Yeah.
I think
I remember the accident.
Do you?
I mean, if it was... I remember the first time you got boba, and I got one, it was like, oh, we got 3. I don't think we're supposed to. Here you go.
Oh, yeah. That was the accident. Which I would later come to find was not an accident.
Really?
Pretty cool, yeah. Do you remember, her name was Lexi?
Did she work...
Yeah, she worked at the Poke place.
Oh, I know about her. I never met her.
Yeah.
I know about her.
She was amazing.
I miss the Poke place so much.
I know. But I had to like rage quit that place because they fired her. I was like super mad about it.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe because of us. I don't know. But
maybe because of the free stuff.
Maybe. But so she would make us extra stuff. Because she was super cool. I think it's because I complimented her once.
Compliments are very powerful.
Yeah. And so, like, ever since then, and it was a time where, like, that place had just opened, and they were struggling to get business, and she was, like, the only person working there, and just, like, she was just really trying to help, right? So she would do everything to, like, make us happy. And she would, like, so she would regularly give me free stuff, and just like upgrade me and all this other stuff. Like there were times where the place she would walk in. There was one time where she walked in and there was like 20 people waiting for boba. And she told all of them that they were out of boba. She's like, sorry guys, we're out of boba. And they were all turning away and I was like, oh shit. And I was turning to leave and she goes, not you. And I was like, all right. This is awesome. As much as I
appreciated her, I don't know if that's good business.
Well, it was considering I'm a regular, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, this went on for, I want to say almost a year or about a year. Where it was like, oh, I'm just going to go to this place and they're going to take care of me. It's going to be great. And then one day I was going up there and I ran into her walking out, like in her street clothes.
Yeah.
And I said hi to her, and she's like, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, yeah, are you just leaving? Are you done for the day? And she's like, no, I got fired.
What?
And I was like, wait, what? Yeah. And I had a little bit of I was a little mad because I like straight up told her manager like how good she was and, you need to keep her. She's awesome. That whole thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. And I asked her like, well, why are you being let go? And she wouldn't get into it. She's like, I don't know. So, but.
That's sad.
Yeah. And it just made me mad. And so Boba has never been the same up there.
I mean, it's not there anymore.
Right.
Yes, they fucked up.
So I stopped going there, and then they shut down, I don't know, a few months later or whatever. Yeah, it actually wasn't that much longer after they let her go that, like, they shut down. But
could have been a money thing.
Could have been. Well, that's not true. Well, because they own the little shabu place.
Yeah,
that's two doors down.
The slice and dice.
Yeah. So they own that place too. But yeah. They got rid of my girl. I was mad. There? What?
Is the other place still there? The shabu place?
Yeah. That's still there.
Kind of sad that the punnet doesn't exist for the slice and dice. Heartbreaking.
But yeah, that was that was the little saga that happened, and that was the not accident that kind of kicked off the whole thing.
Thanks, Lexi.
Yeah. And then this is how we know Mark likes you, because he would remind me at times like, oh, no, we got to get one for Yvonne. Like, okay. Oh,
love Mark.
So see, he likes like 3 people.
I'll take it.
It's kind of an honor to be one of the 3 people that he will interact with willingly. And
I'm usually like such an extrovert. I can't imagine not liking people.
Mark was, well, I don't care. I'll tell it anyways because I'm bad. But when I first met Mark, we met through Malifaux, and he was super introverted, like social anxiety introverted, like does not like making eye contact with people, doesn't like talking to people, doesn't like being around people, but he really, really loved the game. Right? Yeah, so we taught him the game, and we would game with him, and over time, like, it helped him blossom.
Yeah.
Right? To the point where
gained some social skills.
Yeah, where he became a henchman for the game. Like, he became a promoter for the game, and he was like putting himself out there and like meeting people. And it was really cool because like his dad like came and thanked me for like all that. Was like, yeah, thank you for helping like my son come out of his shell, because that was like a big deal. So that's right. This game is good for everybody. That's all. That's the moral of the story. Everybody needs to play it.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. But Mark is good people.
He definitely is.
But it's the funniest
And he likes Red Hood as much as I do.
He would argue that he likes Red Hood more than you do.
Bitch, I am the moderator of r/Red Hood. Like, come at me. Actually, I'm not anymore, but I was for a very long time.
Yeah. He still loves Red Hood. It's true. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think that story's embarrassing. I think it's cool. But I don't know if Mark would be okay with me telling people that story. But it's true.
No one tell Mark.
It's a true story. I know I tell some stories on this channel that I should definitely not tell. But
I'm the same way. Like, I don't have any concept of like secrecy.
So no, I have.
Tell me a secret.
Yeah, no, I have way too many secrets.
That's deep, yo.
But yeah.
I think it's also the fact that I'm a baby and I don't have any.
That's true. It's not like you do it on purpose and then you get to a point where like, wow. Mm-hmm. Then you have like 3 different lives that you're living.
That's exciting.
Is it?
I don't know.
It's a lot of maintenance.
I only have one life. And it's, whatever.
I'll tell you, it's a lot of maintenance. Because I have at least 2 lives. It's more like I have like 2.5 different lives that I live.
Okay, that's fair.
But
I can see that though. Because whenever you like answer a business call and you go to business time.
I go to business mode?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very different world as well. And that's the kind of world where they would freak out if they're like, wait, he does what? That's a hobby? What the hell is that?
Miniatures?
Yeah.
Are you saying they don't know?
Yeah, they don't.
Wow. How do you do that? Where do they think you're going all the time?
Oh, that's interesting too. That whole thing is rather interesting. So I'm... Wow, this is the second time I said this today. I'm somewhat of an industry expert in architectural paint. And...
Sorry, you're cutting out a whole bunch.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, professionally, I'm considered an industry expert. Mm-hmm. Okay, and like my name gets featured in a lot of like trade publications and even stuff like Better Homes and Garden and like all that DIY magazine stuff. Like you could Google my name and find it like all over stuff like that. I'm also in like instructional videos and all this other kind of stuff around painting. It's one of the main reasons why I don't show my face on this channel that much. I do sometimes, but I don't do it very often. And it's because of I have a professional side that it's not that it would present a conflict of interest, but I think my company would be a little concerned about, me maintaining a, especially if I got like super big. Like if my YouTube channel were to like blow up and I became an influencer, that would be a potential conflict of interest.
Oh, for sure.
But as of right now, it's not. So, hooray for being obscure.
I'm Googling you right.
But yeah. And a lot of times that stuff happens without my knowledge. Like the president of the company will say, "Oh, hey, I found you in this other magazine." And he'll send me another magazine or something. Like, yeah, did you know you were featured in this? And I'm like, no, I just talked to some lady for like half an hour. So there's that side of it. And then usually like I'm bouncing around because I have I have a couple of labs, and then I also have
I googled you, and there's a lot of stuff about paints.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. How to paint brick walls.
Am I? Oh gosh. Anyways, yeah. So like I have like an online footprint around myself professionally. Mm-hmm. So I don't want those two worlds to really like ever collide. That would be bad.
So weird. Does like your painted stuff not have your name on it?
It's easier to not. It's like easier to disassociate it.
Hmm. That's interesting.
But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but you know the world is changing. Like that won't be a problem for the younger generation of people, because everybody will have like a social imprint.
Yeah, if you Google me, you'll find a lot of fan fiction. That's okay.
That's also good. But yeah, so that's like a separate world that exists, and then kind of the fact that I have like large visible clients and that kind of stuff. So I'm bouncing around locally and that kind of stuff. So I'm usually around or accessible enough to where it's like, oh, I'll stop into the shop for a little bit, or I'll take a meeting here and do that. So, yeah. But it is a little nerve-wracking when it's like, wait, because there's like a couple of people at work that kind of knew what I do, or it's like there was one guy that saw me at WonderCon one year. Mm-hmm. Like, hey,
are you a nerd?
He was like, hey, weren't you the guy that was like running a bunch of games at WonderCon? Like, no, that's another Octave.
Different dude.
Different dude. He looks exactly like me. Don't worry about that guy.
That's my evil clone.
He's
evil though.
That guy is a punk. Do not hang out with that dude.
He's a punk bitch.
He's a punk bitch.
Time to fight.
That's like you like saying punk bitch now. Is that a new thing?
I've always said no.
You've always said punk bitch?
That's always been a trademark of mine. I think it's very funny.
Punk bitch was a great thing to say in the 90s.
I like to go back in time because I wasn't alive in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. I still like using suck at MCs because that's awesome.
Okay, I don't want to... I already said I was in the 90s. What's an MC? What does that stand for? MC is like the person who
Master of Ceremonies.
Master of Ceremonies, okay.
Yeah. It's actually quite profound that you don't know what that means.
I know. Well, I know what it is, and like I know what an MC is. I hadn't stood for.
Mm-hmm.
And I still don't know who Steven Seagal is. I hear that name all the time.
Steven Seagal is a guy with a weird ponytail that practiced Aikido and did a bunch of movies in the 90s where he did martial arts films without kicking. There were no kicks in a Steven Seagal film.
Okay. Why not?
And then he got really weird looking as he got older, and then just started wearing like strange leather jackets.
I would too.
Which you should probably Google Steven Seagal jackets, because there have been like whole websites dedicated to his weird jackets.
Time.
Never Googled anyone. This is a whole new world. Stalker alert. Yeah, don't Google me. Actually, you can. It's all boring shit. If you want to Google me.
Yeah, it's all boring shit. Oh boy.
What?
So it's frozen. I don't know if you can see, but this is Steven Seagal in a leather jacket. This is
Look at this is incredible. Seagal. Check out his jacket.
This is very good.
Yep.
Look at that one. What is
Look
he?
at the
What is
the
he?
katana.
The katana. Is this young him?
Yeah, that's young Steven Seagal.
I've never seen this man once in my life.
Good. Oh man, Steven Seagal.
It's a game that I like to play with Don, the owner of Comet, all the time. Who do I not know?
Who do you not know? Well, there's one.
There's another.
There's a lot of those.
And like most movies, I have not seen. And I want to reiterate, that's not because I don't like movies. Just can't sit still.
So, you missed all of the, 80s and 90s action movies.
Yes,
so,
completely.
So, do you know who Jean-Claude Van Damme is?
I know him from memes about Wait, no, not Die Hard. Because Sense8. He was a joke in Sense8, and I googled.
Okay.
The Netflix show.
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Because they had a van called Van Damme.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what is that? I don't get it. I don't get what this is. So I googled him. You'll find a lot like that. I'm just like, no idea.
No, that's okay. You get to learn horrible, awful things.
It's okay. I probably know more vines and that, I got that cultural power over you.
Yeah, you do. No, there's a bunch of shit that I don't know. I just...
Like, when we were starting, I said, I think I said lit and let's get it, which are both very young things.
I've heard lit. Like, the only...
I think is general now.
Yeah, the only connection I have to that kind of stuff is my wife's high school students.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm much closer to them.
Yeah. But I had to remind people that dope came back and I took full credit for it. Because I never stopped using dope or word or any of those.
Oh, shit. I just dropped my lady.
No!
Keep dropping my lady.
It's the worst.
She did not break.
Wait, there's a remake? They're remaking Face Off? What? That's gotta be hilarious. Did you know? Well, I know Jose knows this, but the original, for Face Off, the original idea was to have Stallone and Schwarzenegger be the leads in Face Off.
Who was it instead?
It was Travolta and Nick Cage.
Oh my god! I want to watch this movie.
You've never you didn't watch Face Off, right?
No, I only know what it is because there was a sci-fi makeup show called Face Off, and every time I tried to Google it, I had to get through all the results for that.
You just saw pictures of Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
We need her to watch Face Off, Terminator, Blazing Saddles. That's a pretty good list.
Blazing Saddles. I've got Mel Brooks because that's important.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles is really important.
Yeah, I've got, I can quote all of Young. I'm ready.
I don't know.
I made a Young Frankenstein joke in a video because you said Igor, and I was like, Igor.
Oh, Igor, that's
it's pronounced Igor. And you didn't laugh, and I was really sad.
You were sad? I knew where that was
really
from. I think
I'm
I
glad.
just, kept going, though. I don't know. I was, in some other zone. It's really sad. Sometimes I watched some of the stuff where you said something really funny, but because I'm, locked into, oh my god, this has to happen next in the game, that I just miss it.
It's okay. I've got a lot of jokes, and they're always ready. You can miss some. It's the power where you just keep talking, and some of it is gonna be a joke. You know?
Mm-hmm. Love Young Frankenstein.
I was in Young Frankenstein music.
Were you? Who did you play?
Yes.
Who did you play?
I don't know why I can't remember her name. But the one in Rolling the Hay,
Oh yeah, yeah.
the girl
The
that he sleeps
assistant.
with. Yeah, whatever her name.
Yeah, that was who was the
Not Frau Brucha, because then they do all the names. It's like Helga or
Her.
Hilda something. Yeah,
Yeah, and the horse freaks out
yeah,
every time they say her name. No,
yeah.
you played what's her name?
Yeah, I know I sang a song called Rollin' the Hay. And I was like 16.
That's appropriate.
Yeah, and it was community theater. So like the guy I was playing it with was like 30.
Oh god.
But it was really fun. Like he was a great dude, super gay.
Well, that's good news.
No conflict of interest there.
Yeah, that's good. Man, I forget her name. She was the same actress. She was in Mr. Mom. She was in man. She was not in Clue.
This geisha is done except for her head.
Yay. Now the chat is just I like suggestions for what movies you need to watch.
I'm really glad. Like, please give me
Commando is I absolutely love Commando, but I would rather you watch Commando the musical because it's only 3 minutes long and it really does like teach you the whole movie in 3 minutes.
There you go. And like action movies in general, just can't. Who cares?
But
Bunch of white men doing some shit.
But
like,
I think you would really appreciate how stupidly over the top Commando is.
I do like stupidly over
Commando is so good. Have you ever okay, people in the chat, have you ever watched Commando the end scene and counted how many times the same extra dies? Cuz you can do that.
That's the kind of movie I like. Yeah.
There's a guy who I think I counted he dies 17 times in the last 35 minutes of the movie.
I love that.
And when they break into the sporting goods store and find a bazooka, as you do,
I don't think they sell those.
it was such a good movie. That was such a good movie. Break-in is important. I got into an argument with my wife about Break-in the other day. Because Break-in is just an important movie.
What's it called? I've never even heard that name.
You never heard Break-in?
I've never heard Break-in.
Oh my god! Break-in is...
Did I just win the argument for your wife, though?
No. You're hurting feelings. Break-in was so great. I love that movie. And she was like, oh, the acting is so bad in that movie. I'm like, yeah, that's why it's a good movie.
That's what makes it so good.
Break-in is so good. And Break-in 2 Electric Boogaloo. So whenever you hear people say...
Is it actually called Electric Boogaloo?
Yes. It's actually...
Is that where it comes from?
That's where it comes from. Break-in 2 Electric Boogaloo. This is where they were breaking...
at least once a week.
Yeah. And they were breaking to save the community center. Sean knows what I'm talking about. This is a classic movie. The best
Sounds great.
When they got into a fight with the rival break-in group, and they were doing breakdancing with nunchucks and
oh my God.
and like trash can shields. Oh my, that was the best. Oh man. Did you know Turbo got his own documentary on that? Have you seen that yet, Sean? Boogaloo Shrimp documentary. That he follows me on Instagram. Shrimp.
Who?
Yeah.
What? What are we talking about? I'm so confused.
You gotta this is Break-in.
Break-in. And then something Jumbo Shrimp?
With Boogaloo Shrimp. His name...
Sorry. Boogaloo Shrimp.
Yeah, his name is Boogaloo Shrimp.
What's Turbo? Who's Turbo?
He plays Turbo in the movie Break-in.
Oh, very good.
Right? And it was like one of the happiest days of my life when I found out he followed me on Instagram.
That's incredible. I'm so proud of you.
And Timok, my best friend, also follows me on Instagram. He played Bruce Leroy in the movie The Last Dragon, which is also a
Wait, I think I've seen that one.
You've seen it?
Maybe. I feel like I have.
It has Bruce Leroy and Shonuff, the Shogun of Harlem. It's been parodied.
I think expecting me to remember this is much more than me just kind of vaguely thinking I've seen that.
Well, I would put that in the list of like sacred movies that you need to see. Big Trouble in Little China, obviously that should be in there.
I did not know that was even a movie until we got a board game for it.
Big Trouble in Little China.
No, it was the comic book first. And I was like, what is this?
Yeah. I still have that game right here. We haven't played it since, like, we played it like 3 times after I got it and painted it all up. And then we played it. And then people realized, like, you have to be... What's that?
Keisha! She's done.
Oh, she's done. She looks great. She's covering her face. Look at that. I'm so proud of you. You are like cooking here.
I mean, most of it is just me kind of sitting here and staring. And I'm sorry to all the people who are watching. You just kind of stare.
Well, I stopped painting a while ago, but he's done. Oh,
really?
Yeah, he's done. I'm just like, this happens all the time on my feed too. Is I'll like the first hour I'll paint something, and then we'll just sit here and talk for like the rest of it until we get tired.
That's difficult because I feel like you and I could just talk for a really long time.
Pretty much. This is why you are like the best
people.
Co-host. Yeah.
Got a lot of things to say and none of them matter. So
Jose has never watched Breakin' before. Okay, Jose, if you ever want to see Ice-T, Ice-T was like 19 years old when Breakin' came out.
And is Ice-T the guy who makes puns on CSI or NCIS or Law and Order or one of those? They're all the same. Okay,
that Ice-T. If you want to see Ice-T at the beginning of his career, when he was a DJ, you gotta watch Breakin'.
He was a DJ?
Yeah.
What? You are just changing my life today.
Ice-T was a DJ. Then in the mid to late 80s, he was a gangster rapper, which I'm sure you knew about.
I knew about that.
And then he was one of the... There were like, at the time that Ice-T decided he was going to do acting, there were like 3 or 4 gangster rappers that also tried to do that. Like Ice Cube tried to do it.
I remember Ice Cube because there was a movie he did called Are We There Yet? That was a family joke time, so we all went and saw it.
Yeah. And I was so mad because I was like, man, what happened to Ice Cube, man? And then I was like, wait, he had kids. What are you going to do? I would totally do the same thing. I would want my, you don't want your kids to be like listening to Straight Outta Compton all the time. Dicey is still naming movies.
I mean, some of them I'm sure I've seen.
Yeah. But you've never seen Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon, which they were...
I feel like I've probably seen that.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
I have autographed posters in this room from the cast of The Last Dragon.
Are you proud of that?
Yeah. Oh, very, very proud of that.
I'm happy for you.
I would go to Comic-Con every year that Timok went to Comic-Con, and I would be one of 3 people in line to get his autograph. And I was determined to make him my best friend. Like,
did it work?
Kind of. I mean, he held my son. Like, I have...
Oh my god.
I have blood relatives that have never held my son, Yvonne. Like, they've never held my son. Timok? Yes.
That makes sense. That's just good science there.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you Sucka. Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, no, Timok is my best friend. Everybody knows. A lot of these
I haven't even heard. Like, some of them I've heard the name. A lot of them, no, I have not.
Well, I'm gonna get you Sucka was the Wayans brothers, right?
White chicks.
White Chicks. Those are the younger Wayans, but their oldest brothers, Damon and Keenan, started the whole. Brothers? Oh my god! Yeah,
I only know White Chicks.
They were actually White Chicks was on tonight.
Oh, I love White Chicks. What a good movie!
I think Terry Crews is like the best thing in that whole movie.
I don't even remember most of it. I just know it was an important part of my life.
Yeah, White Chicks was pretty great. But yeah, so I went through a whole year of just watching blaxploitation films.
Oh yeah, my dad's in that phase.
So I'm well versed in all of those films, and then and I'm Gonna Get You Sucker was a parody of the blaxploitation era. But I
appreciate that.
There are some great movies in blaxploitation. A lot of people talk about Shaft. It's actually one of the most boring ones of all of them. Like, that's probably the most staid of all the blaxploitation films. I'd have to say my favorite is Black Caesar and Black Caesar 2 Hell Up in Harlem are the best. No, listen to how gangster this shit is, okay? So the main character, Tommy, at the end of Black Caesar gets shot. And then he hangs a dude with his own tie. And
that's metal.
And then he stumbles out of the building and he's like bleeding to death. And then the movie just ends. Right?
What?
It just ends. And then you go straight into Black Caesar 2 Hell Up in Harlem, and they pick right up where he's still on the street bleeding. And then
that just sounds like one 4-hour movie.
It's so great. And then his whole gang, they take him to a hospital and they hold all the doctors at gunpoint to operate on him.
Oh my god.
And
that sure is a choice.
It's so good. It's so good. And then his gentle dad from the first movie was like, Tommy, don't do it. Don't get into the gangs. The whole first movie. And then the second movie, they piss off his dad, and he becomes Big Papa. And then they develop a whole theme song for Big Papa. And then, every time he shows up on screen, Big Papa! And you're like, oh my god, Big Papa is back on screen. Man, that was a good movie.
Hide your kid, hide your wife, Big Papa's back.
Yeah, Big Papa was back. That was such a...
Did you know... This is important. Do you know what I just read?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
That was that was the guy that got robbed. I think it was in Chicago.
No, I think actually his sister got raped or something. And then
yeah, hide your kids, hide your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the two brothers made the whole song about it. And then that was a thing.
Yeah.
And then they tried to make more songs, and it wasn't as much of a thing.
Yeah. I think one hit wonder.
But I would be happy with just the one. Now you have to wonder, when your generation, yes, yours, when you're in your 40s,
yeah,
are those two guys gonna show up in concert and do the song because it was their one hit? About? The two guys that did the Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife.
Oh, yeah.
You are so dumb. You are, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Didn't they also do the Unbreakable Kimmy Scheme, or am I thinking of a different one?
I don't know. But you know how all the 80s bands, the one hit wonder.
I went to a concert the other day, and on the board out in front, they had a list of upcoming shows, and Toto was on there, and I was like, what?
Yes, Toto.
I'm sorry. Why?
Just
for Africa.
Yeah. Well, it's just for Africa. But Toto was dope.
Was Toto dope?
For 4 minutes, they were cool.
Took an African studies class, and we had 2 days where the professor just ranted about how racist the song Africa is. And now, every time I hear Toto, I can only hear that, in my head. Just that professor talking about, what does this white man do? He can't make it rain down in Africa. Shut up. It made me laugh. It was a very fun class.
Still love the hell no. You need to play Big Papa every time I live. Yeah, go look up Big Papa. I think, James Brown did a lot of the music for Black Caesar. The Payback, which is like my favorite James Brown song, is also from Black Caesar. So you should go check that out. That was sad. I am also very sad that I never got to see James Brown in concert. Like, he died before I could do it. Made me sad, but whatever. Let me see if I can find that Big Papa song.
I said I was gonna go to bed half an hour. Here we are, making another geisha.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
It's just like making them. And all of their legs are differently posed, so I have to figure out how they fit together differently each time.
Mm-hmm. I'm super impressed, though. Really. That's, like, not easy to do that. That's pretty nuts.
According to all the standardized tests, my spatial reasoning is pretty good.
Yeah. Dicey guy wish he was not a bad look-alike Ed Sheeran.
What? You look like Ed Sheeran?
I don't think you look like Ed Sheeran. Okay. I mean, the ginger part. You look like an older Ed. You could be like Ed Sheeran's uncle. You could, like, pass for that.
Ed Sheeran's cool, too. Cash in on.
Could be worse. I don't know. Who do people say you look like, Yvonne? Do you have
Me?
Do you have, like, the celebrity, you remind me of this person?
I don't have one. I've gotten a lot of different ones, and I think the fact that my appearance changes so often makes it very inconsistent.
Okay. Well, like, what's, like, the latest one?
I feel like I don't get a lot of, like, you look like a celebrity. I don't know. Can you think of any for me?
No.
I have a very unique face. It's kind of hard.
It's not even so much the face, but sometimes the your the whole gesturing. Sometimes your mannerisms might remind.
Oh, you know what I get a lot? So this, I don't know if you're gonna know who this is, but there's a guy who makes these YouTube videos called Unraveled, where, like, the whole plot is he's like, I have scientifically figured out who is Mortal Kombat's best cut, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of people telling me that I remind them of Brian David Gilbert. Not that I look like him.
Your discourse.
But I feel, have the same energy.
Yeah, your discourse is similar. Mm-hmm. That's fair.
And, like, how, yeah. But I don't think I get a lot of the, like, physical references to other people. I get told I'm like characters a lot, too. People say Ramona Flowers a lot, but I just want to fight them. I think that's just because I have colorful hair. It's like a D&D pickup line. You remind me of my character. Yeah, I'm like, shut up.
Sean gets a lot. Apparently, I have, I don't get this a lot, but I have 3 that I get.
What do you get?
And I'm not just talking, like, sad Bruce Lee references when you're a kid. So, I get, there's, like, a white version of me, a black version of me, and then, like, a broski version of me.
Okay.
So basically, the white version of me is, what is that actor's name? Shit, I just lost it.
Sorry, as the compressor or whatever.
Yeah, sorry.
Every once in a while.
I'm gonna just dump this real quick. Crap. I totally had his name. The guy the guy that was in Looper.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah. I get that.
People say you look like Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yes, I get that.
What?
as like the white version of me. The black version of me apparently is John Legend.
I can see that more.
And then like the super bro version of me is Guy Fieri.
I feel like none of those, but I'll let you have it.
No, I don't worry. I don't want any of those. But I'm just saying that's what I've gotten.
Yeah. No, I understand. But why?
I don't know. It's a lot of like my wife's students say that.
Oh, okay.
They're like, "Oh, he looks like this."
You can never trust the children.
No, we can't.
Speaking as the children.
Let's say, I think I'm not looking like Ed, but girls say it and people call me that when I burst out ear-bleeding songs on stream. Oh, when you sing on your stream, which I don't think I've ever seen.
You should sing on your stream.
You should sing. You should. I'll watch your stream more if it, it comes on in a weird time, but I will make time.
I'll sing on stream anytime. Just let me know.
There is a way to do karaoke on this.
I love karaoke. I also was in choir for like 18 years of my 21 years of life.
That's a lot of choir.
Yeah. Well, I went to performing arts high school for musical theater.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of choir.
That's a lot of choir.
So basically, when you could speak, they put you in choir.
Yeah, pretty much.
One point, I would have said you remind me of Ernie Reyes Jr. That's so funny. I like that. That's funny. The like kid version or like the adult version. That's pretty funny.
If anyone is still in chat and has seen my face in Malifaux videos, let me know. I have no idea.
We want to know. What is I think you just put out vibes that are similar to things. For me, you kind of put out like an Annie Potts vibe.
Sorry, what was that?
Which is interesting. Annie Potts, she was a comedian in the 80s. You don't look like her really at all. Although there was a very brief phase where you had almost the same haircut and glasses that she wore in Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay. Okay. I follow.
See,
the fact that I have a different haircut and different glasses all the time makes it very easy for me to fit roles.
But yeah, I don't know. You kind of have the Surf Ninjas version. That's horrible. How dare you? Just kidding. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah,
Are you being insulted? I would like to insult you. I don't have any material, but
I know you just want to insult me.
I'm just kind of mean.
Yeah, you just have to be mean.
It's just like I have an older brother, and I feel like that's enough explanation. I was like trained that the way you interact with people is witty barbs.
Is you mess with them. I'm okay with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, it works with you.
I'm totally fine with that. That's fine. Speaking of which, at some point I need to paint my judgmental uncle figure.
Your what?
My judgmental uncle.
Ah, yeah. Of course you do.
Look at him. You remember this guy?
I can't see.
Kang? He was from...
Oh, I remember the one you're talking about.
Yeah, and he's got the folded arms, and he's just super upset to be there.
And then you got that one because you said specifically, I have too many real judgmental uncles that I need.
Actually, I don't have any judgmental uncles.
You said that.
Jose has all the judgment. Jose has a very judgmental uncle. Oh man. Yeah, Jose's uncle is so judgmental that he immediately came at me when I met him.
For what? What'd you do?
I did not get Jose married. That was my crime.
How dare you?
An older Dante Bosco. That's sad, but probably accurate. Anyway.
I have another friend who's Filipino, and I introduced him to a bunch of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And for the longest time, they would only call him Dante Basco. I'm like,
So they just called him Rufio. What's that? I missed the last part of that.
Oh, I don't know if I said anything, but no, my friends don't know him as Rufio. They know him as Zuko from Last Airbender. Even though he's a voice actor, it's just everyone loved Avatar set.
Oh, so he's Zuko.
Yeah, everyone's Zuko nowadays.
Jose is daring me to cosplay him for Halloween.
Do it.
Ugh, I want to wear a shirt. That's a problem. I need to have a shirt. I'm not okay with that. Otherwise, I would do it. I'll do the hair. That's no problem. We were actually thinking about doing that one year because my son was Peter Pan one year when he was 3.
He's so cute.
Yeah, he was Peter Pan.
How old is he now?
He's 5. Well, he's going to turn 6 in... He's going to turn 6 next month.
Wow.
Jose has many judgmental uncles. Yeah, but the way your uncle, the first thing was, hey, Octave, meet my uncle. And I forget his name so he could judge me. And then the first thing, he's like, oh, you're Octave? Yeah, that's me. Well, how come you haven't helped Jose get a wife? And I was like, wait a minute, wait, sir.
Sir.
You don't know me.
Sir.
I've done my part. You don't know, I wasn't going to sit and explain to him
all the wingmanning.
What my part was, but you guys know the stories anyway. But yeah. I had to defend myself to this guy immediately, upon meeting. And I was doubly on the defensive because I was at Jose's house in the Philippines when it happened. So I'm already on his in his territory. But yeah, that was a judgmental uncle. I don't think I had any judgmental uncles because I think my dad was the judgmental uncle for the rest of the family. So he kind of fulfilled that role. So I was, I was safe because I just had it in-house.
I'm lucky. I don't have any judgmental family. When I came out to my parents, I was like, so Mom, I'm dating a girl. And she said, your dad owes me $10. Nice.
He tried, but bad things keep on happening to me. Oh, man, that's sad. Sad, but true.
That is so sad.
We did actually talk about why, we were trying to deconstruct why it took you, 6 hours to get to Comic-Con that one year. Right.
The universe.
Yeah, that was rough. That was rough.
This is so weird. This is just a cross section of this lady with one leg. With a single leg and no head.
You're building a store mannequin.
Exactly. It's weird.
Oh. See, you're even getting judged in the chat, Jose. Good luck with that.
Who's getting judged?
Jose.
You just can't catch a break.
Oh, man. Oh, Jose. I'm actually worried to try for you again. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't, but yeah. I'm worried. I don't want any more bad stuff to happen to you. I think we're just gonna say, yeah, I did my part. It was construction the whole way down the 5. Yeah, okay, I can kind of see that, but at 11 o'clock at night?
Wait,
on a Wednesday? What?
It took 6 hours to get to Comic-Con at 11 o'clock on a Wednesday. I mean, yes, it's Comic-Con, but Comic-Con is...
Well, he left at like 5, I think. And didn't make it down there till 11.
God. And like from this area?
Yes.
Ooh.
But we're talking, it was preview night.
Okay.
So it wasn't like terribly crowded. Yeah. I'll tell you the whole story sometime, because
I have so many stories that I have to save for videos.
Because I think no, I need to tell you the story another time, because I think your reaction is going to be different.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. I think your reaction is going to be different.
Hold on.
It's kind of an experiment.
Okay.
It's something I've determined, that I tell this story to people, and certain people read the story differently, which is what makes it. Starting out from Irvine at 5 and then reaching San Diego. Dude, you didn't get to us till like 11.
This sounds like an episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved. Like,
I'm pretty sure it was like 11. Cause and then you went, and then you got there, and then you were there for like, I don't know, 30 minutes or something, and then you had to crash. And it was sad times. Okay. Now there's just like random things going on.
Going on where?
There's just random discussions going on in the chat now. I think they're on some other story.
I hope it's a good story.
I don't think it's a Jose story.
Oh, there's so many.
It's not a good story. Jose. But yeah, we tried. We did our best.
And that's all that anyone, even judgmental.
But just his uncle did that thing. I like this dude. What? I don't even want to follow what's being... I don't even understand.
I'm very glad that my internet is not good enough for me to open this. Because I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't even know like where to jump in on that one. Just gonna stay out of it and let them talk it out. It's fine.
How's your day been?
How's my day been?
Yeah.
No, I want to know how your day has been. And then I'll tell you. I can't... Yes.
I mean, all I did today was I worked all day, and then I came home, and now I'm doing miniatures.
Okay. How many stories did you ignore today?
Not many. It was a pretty slow day, and I was mostly doing shipments the whole time. There were 4 shipments to Prague, which takes a very long time. Nah, it's better than doing nothing.
Now, I talked to you about my religion, right?
Yeah, time.
So...
I've been finding flaws with it as I'm just sitting here thinking.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that it doesn't account for.
No.
Like, just people generally being shitty. Like, people who use racial slurs. That doesn't take out of people's time, but it's bad.
No, it doesn't. But, yeah. But, you could say, but I don't know. I don't think the idea was to establish a moral code so much as it was to tabulate time. That's all I was. So, if my religion were true, you would get this really unusual statistic of how much of your life you lost listening to people's D&D stories.
That would be incredible.
That would be specific. Yeah, that would just be specific
I want to see that.
to you and other people in your field.
Which is a very, very specific field. Like,
yes. I think if there was a way to tally it just for Comic Quest, I would be interested in seeing
that. For a while, we did this thing where every time someone asked about like certain games or stuff that were super hot, we would make a tally and then we would compete on who is asked about this stupid thing the most. Like when Destiny first came out and it was like all the rage, we had a tally sheet up front and like it went a week and I think I got asked about it 37 times in that.
That's kind of... See, I want to keep statistics like that. I don't know. I think that's more interesting.
I love statistics like that. I'm a big fan of statistics, especially stupid statistics.
We just want to know that kind of stuff. So, my day was... Did I explain that I sort of bent time?
You said that you bent time, but I had no idea what you meant, and then you moved on.
Yeah. It's... I don't know if I want to explain it, but...
Or just leave it supernatural. That's still...
What's that?
Or you can just leave it supernatural and be like, I bet time. Bow to me.
Like, I'm secretly really, really proud of what I've done.
Then talk about it, you know?
But I can't explain it. It's not.
Too secret?
Yeah. It is, actually. But
that's sad.
But good, like not bad, not like seedy or awful.
Not like you killed a man and somehow were able to bury the body 2 days in the past.
Yeah, not like that. That would be pretty damn cool, though.
That would be cool, and I'd want you to tell that.
I would probably tell you that if that happened. But no, it was no. I had a very specific challenge. And it involved traveling an unreasonable amount in a very short amount of time.
Oh, yes.
Without people knowing how far I needed to travel and just appearing at a certain spot for enough time to get back to the same spot. And I know I'm explaining this extremely poorly, but yes. That was essentially
Sounds like you did some math. I'm proud of you.
I did. Yeah, all my teeth fell out.
All your teeth fell out.
So.
But that's the price of magic.
Oh, for some reason I thought you said meth.
Meth?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what?
Because you can bend time. If you're on meth, you can seriously bend time.
Another fun Comic Quest game is when people come in the store who very clearly just wandered in, and they're very clearly high. We play the "What drug was that?" game.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those come in.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
Aaron's the best at it because he's seen people, but I am a baby and I have.
Man.
So I don't know anything.
That's a little. I gotta admit, like that's fairly terrifying.
What? Seeing people come in on drugs?
Well, that, and then it's like, if you have to shut down the store by yourself.
Oh no, that is terrifying. Sometimes I'll call friends.
Yeah, that's fairly terrifying. Like,
especially because I'm super into true crime stuff. I love listening to true crime podcasts and watching stuff about it. So whenever I'm alone, I'm like, this is exactly what happened in this one store. I am definitely about to be murdered.
Oh gosh. Yeah, see, Dicey's saying that went dark. It did, sir. It did.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely scary. Especially, like, closing alone as, 5'5", 110-pound woman. It's scary.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, that never really sat well with me.
Yeah.
And then, I'm a horrible person and I leave anyway, but...
It's whatever. Nothing bad has happened. And it's been a very long time. I do have a lot of stories of, like, weird people. Like, sometimes I'll work overnight shifts. Not overnight, but, like, I'll do inventory until really, really late. And I have seen some insane things. But I remember vividly once I was Amanda, another girl who worked at Comic Quest with me. Mm-hmm. And we were reorganizing a bunch of like the back issue comic books, which takes forever and you can't really do when people are there because you have to take everything out. And it was like midnight, and this guy just like knocks on the door super, super loud and just starts yelling like he wants us to open up or something. And he sees us, but we quickly like duck behind the back issue bins, and then he starts quoting what I think is like a Bible verse or something.
Oh, geez.
And he's just like going for like 5 minutes. Ben and I are like, should we call the cops or something? And then he wanders off. I'm like, oh, okay. And that is not the only time something like that has happened. Yeah. But sometimes I witness really funny. It's like once I was doing inventory and there was like a car that just like screeched to a stop in front of the store. I don't think they realized the lights were very clearly on. And they just like stomp out of this car and start screaming at each other. And the guy is like, you shouldn't have slept with him. He's my best friend. And she said something, I just don't think I'd get pregnant. And it was like the most dramatic encounter. And I'm just standing there, lights fully on in the window, staring at them, just like sitting there, watching it happen, like ping-ponging my head back and forth as they yell.
Wow.
And, eventually he drives off, and another car drives up, picks her up, she's sobbing, and this other guy comes out and hugs her, and I'm like, oh, that's the best friend.
Oh, gosh. So Jerry Springer randomly happened.
It was very exciting.
Wow. Yeah. That's still freaky, though, right?
Still freaky, for
when
sure.
When stuff like that happens.
No, but I have a lot of friends in different countries and stuff who are awake whenever I need to call and be like, yo, I'm about to walk to my car.
Yeah, make sure I'm alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
And I always, like, before I unlock, I look around and make sure there's no one close by.
Well, that's good.
Still scary, though.
Yeah. Like, you should, like, have a pepper spray or something, right?
I gotta get one. I used to have one. I don't know what to do it.
My wife used to have one. She used to just keep one on her all the time. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. You should keep...
That's smart.
You should keep a pepper spray. Yes. So we've moved to terrifying stories with Yvonne, folks. Mm-hmm. Go on.
If you want to ask me questions about most terrifying story, but I am saving all my funny injuries for a video because there are a lot.
Well, we have to do like a game or something at some point. We gotta do a thing.
Well, the breaking my jaw was recent. You were at Comic Fest when that happened.
You told me only like I only got like the 30-second version of that.
I went roller skating. And I was bad at it.
You were on a date. You went roller skating, and then you destroyed your face.
I ate it.
Is it bad if I laugh?
No, it was very funny. Okay. I laughed the whole time. Me, like in the ER when, I just got the X-ray that said, "Yep, that's a fracture right there."
Oh gosh!
And I just laughing, telling the nurses this story, and they're like, "Is the jaw broken?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's a really good story."
But you were on a date, so I'm imagining you like, "Call me."
No, it went great. Okay, so the best part is the fact that after I fell, because starts roller skating.
Yeah.
Starts great, very fun. Fall, break my face. She puts a Band-Aid on my chin. It's very cute. And then we're like, well, we shouldn't roller skate because I very clearly suck at it. But what else can we do? And then we spend 4 hours at like an all-night tea house chat. And then I get home and I try and eat something and I can't. And then I'm like, that's a problem for tomorrow.
Oh.
And then I go to bed. And then in the morning I wake up and I went to the ER. And they're like, that's a fractured jaw. And I want to note that it was not actually fractured. We later went to another person and like they were like, yeah, it looks like a fracture there, but it's if anything, it's a hairline. You're fine. And and after I went to the ER and they said, yeah, it's definitely broken. I went to San Bernardino and I bought a car. I also opened a bank account that day. It was a wild day.
You went to San Bernardino.
I had to buy a car.
And bought a car.
My car broke down right
What?
before.
What?
No, we went straight from the hospital to the bank so I could get a loan.
You went...
I still had like the wristband on and everything. I played up that guilt so hard. I think it...
All right, Dicey, you got to roll. It's 9 a.m. on your side of the planet. All right, sir. Have a good one.
See ya.
Wait, I'm still trying to string together this story. So you broke your jaw, then you went to the ER the next day, and then you went to What does San Bernardino have to do with the story?
That's where the car was.
That's where the car was. Oh, got it.
Yeah, I went there to buy the car because there
So
was
you like
this car I
found
wanted.
the car on Auto Trader or something, and then
Yeah.
it said go to San Bernardino and buy this car.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Have you ever
And
been
I
to
did.
San Bernardino before?
Yeah. Oh, this is another story that I think I have to save.
Okay. Well, you do know that I am originally from the 909, so
I'm sorry.
Yes. Not
No,
originally, but like
the story that I have actually has nothing to do with San Bernardino. It's just the only other time I've been to San Bernardino was in the midst of a story that started in Michigan, started in Michigan, went through like, Oklahoma, Nevada,
so you took Route
the
66.
California desert.
Yeah.
Not Route 66, but similar. More
You know
highway,
Route 66 does end in San Bernardino, right?
Does it?
In fact, my family's house is like 2 miles from where Route 66 originally ended. Like at the very end of it.
I love that.
But anyway.
But yeah, when I went, not Route 66, that was just one of the many stops on this insane journey. And then I went to LAX and then went back to Michigan. But the story in between. Yeah.
San Bernardino. I don't recommend people go to San Bernardino. Like, just don't.
Well, when I was driving from Michigan in the middle of winter, it felt...
And that was some years ago, so that's probably a little bit better.
Is it bad now?
It's progressively worse and worse, so yes.
That was 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay, that was already fairly bad then. Like, I how many years was I in that town? Like, almost 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Not in San Bernardino, but in Highland, which is like a suburb close by. But I went to high school. I went to like elementary, junior high, high school, all in San Bernardino. Those was rough. Those were some rough days.
I've lived in so many places.
But yeah. But
okay,
you went...
I'm dying. I'm not going to be able to finish this geisha, and I'm very sad about it.
Well, we're all proud of how far you got. It was actually, like, very impressive.
Look at this lady.
Yeah.
She's got all her bits ready to go.
So you got, like, 4 of them done?
I've got 2.5, but let's just say 4.
Let's just say 4. We're just rounding it to 4.
Yeah, exactly. It was very fun, though.
That one is really cool.
I like her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She's the bomb. I need to fill in this, like, gap. I don't know if you can see anything, but fill in that gap, but still, very proud.
Yeah.
Very
cool. And I finished a Nomad. Yay!
Yay!
He's a guy that plays Guild Ball. Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Cool. Yeah, it's time to sleep. So.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call it here. I want to thank everyone for watching. Have a good night, guys, and we'll try to schedule the next one so that we get like more folks. Although this was pretty good. This is just the regulars though. Alrighty.